Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model for a clothing store, shoe store, or it can be combined store. Well, actually it is a model for a chain of stores, so we are building 40 stores. We can change their types, we can change the moment when each store starts its operating activity. So we can play with inputs the way we want. Today we will be we will be putting expenses inside the timeline. So this will be quite interesting exercise. So guys, like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials, and when I completely finish this model I will put all the links for these tutorials in the description of this video as well, so you will be able to watch all tutorials absolutely free from the first one till the final overview. So first of all, let's briefly run through what we did before during previous tutorials. So we have, in our model, we have 6 types of stores, not 6 stores, we have 6 types of stores. So for example, small store, medium store, big store. So for example, we can create some store which will be generating losses, and we will have to close this store after some period of time, so we can create even this type of store. So these are the types of stores. So we have 6 types of stores. All inputs in our model are colored with blue, so we have a unique rule for all our models. So we are when we will be building scenarios, we will be playing only with data inside these blue cells. These cells, so all other cells contain formulas, so we're not touching them. So we have, in our store, we have 2 collections, for example, spring-summer collection, autumn-winter collection. We can set up the month when we start selling this collection. Then we are setting up the product line for this collection. This is the pricing for this collection. We can switch on and off items from these collections. We have global and local coefficients to play with pricing for scenario play. We have sales plan per season. We have global and local coefficients for sales plan. We have manufacturing costs and local and global coefficients for manufacturing costs. Then at the next table of inputs we are setting up the discounts for the pricing during the season. So first we have no discounts, then discounts appear, then they are growing. So then we are allocating the sales plan inside inside the lifetime of this collection. So for example, 40% of items for this product will be sold on March, then 20% of units will be sold on April, and so on. So we're allocating 100% of sales plan inside this period. Then we are doing the same with the autumn-winter collection. Then we need to allocate the manufacturing costs for each collection. So this is the moment when we start selling the spring-summer collection, and before we start we have 6-month period, and inside this 6-month period we are allocating the manufacturing costs. So this is the percentage of allocation. This is the percentage of allocation for spring-summer collection inside the timeline. This is the percentage of allocation of manufacturing costs for autumn-winter collection. Then we are setting up fixed costs. We can switch them on and off. These are the values. We have global and local coefficients for fixed costs. For this store, this is the payroll, people, salaries, on off, global and local coefficients. This is the investment plan. This is what we are investing in. This is the moment when the store starts its operating activity. Before this moment, we have 6-month period prior to the revenue start, and inside this period we are specifying how much we are investing, when we are investing, and in what we are investing in. So we have on and off buttons for investment plan items. We have global and local coefficients for investment plan items. Then we are setting up the life cycle for the store. So for example, this will be a good store. We will just open it, and its operating activity will last during till the end of the horizon of our project. Then we are setting up the asset tax monthly, and then we are setting up how fast we are reaching the target revenues. Because when we open our store, we won't be able to get the target revenues right from the first month. We will be reaching these target revenues using these percentages. So this is the first month of operating activity, second, third, fourth, and so on. And these are the percentages assigned to these months. So now we are moving to the core. And what we have here. So first of all, we are setting up the first year of our financial projections. Then we have global coefficients for all stores, for pricing, for sales plans, for manufacturing costs, fixed costs, payroll, investment plans. So when we will put here the simple discounted payback period diagram, main financials like net present value, internal rate of return, financing needed, we will be able to play with these coefficients and see how the diagram changes here. So that's why we are using we are creating this block of inputs. Then we can name our types of stores. So we have 6 types of stores, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we can switch them on and off from calculations from here. And then here we have a core. In this core we can open up to 40 stores. So we have 40 stores, and we can set up when we are gonna open this store. We can switch on and off a specific store from calculations, and we can globally switch off different types of stores from calculations. So then during the videos we've calculated consolidated the revenues for the chain, and now we need to consolidate and calculate the manufacturing costs for the chain. So manufacturing costs, they start 6 months prior to the revenues of the chain. So if we go here, so this is the moment when we start selling the collection. 6 months prior we are allocating manufacturing costs. So let's start with that. So first of all, let's copy this table. So let's put here the years, then manufacturing costs. Manufacturing costs, step 1. So here on the left I will put the stores, the types of stores that we will be opening. And now in here I will be placing the manufacturing costs, but they will be uncropped. So I will be using VLOOKUPs. So I will be searching for this value. I'm freezing this value. I will be searching for this value. I'm going up, and I have this table for manufacturing cost assigned for each type of store. So I'm taking this table. So I will be freezing this table. So I'm searching in this table. I will need the column I will put it from here, from the previous table. So these are just the numbers of the rows. So the numbers of the rows. So 1, 2, 3 till 120. So these are the just numbers of the row of the table. So I need this row, and then I will need exact match. Then if error I will put 0. And if this store is off, switched off, I will be adding this coefficient, final coefficient. Okay, so I will be searching this value in that table, need this column, need exact match. If error I will put 0, and if it is off I will be adding this coefficient. Okay, now let's press enter. Let's extrapolate it to the bottom and to the right. So as you can see, 9984, then 12480, 12480. So these are the manufacturing costs of store type 1, type 2, type 3, and so on. But now we need to crop these costs. So for example, by the way, if we want to switch off the store type number 6 from calculations, we can do it there, and we can see that this cash flow disappeared. So everything for scenario modeling, it is a very simple story. Now I will copy this table This will be manufacturing costs, step 2. I will pick the year from here. Here I will put the types of stores. And now what we need, which tabs we need. So we need operating activity cropped, we need this table. So cropped means that if we have some stores that demonstrate losses, we will close these stores. So this means that their revenues will disappear somewhere in the future, for example after 24 months of operating activity. So for example, so here we have the store number, store type 6, we have operating activity stopped here, and we will be using this table for manufacturing costs. So first of all we need this table, then we need, so we have 6-month period, for the manufacturing cost before the revenue, before the first revenue starts. And I will go, so the same story, we have the same duration we have for the investment plan. Here it is. So what I will do, I will find, so operating activity, I will find the investment stage tab. So this is investment stage. I have 6 months of investment stage here. So I will be, so if we start operating activity in May, manufacturing cost for this collection will start 6 months prior. So I will be using these two tables. So if this value plus investment stage plus this value is more than 0, we will put the values these values, otherwise 0. Now I'm pressing enter. So what does this table mean? So our operating activity for the store type number 1 starts in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on May. So it starts on May. So operating activity starts on May. And before May 2024, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, starting in November, we start manufacturing of this collection. Here it is. So these are the manufacturing costs. They start 6 months prior, when our store starts generating its revenues. Now we can consolidate manufacturing costs. Manufacturing costs, step 3. So here I will be putting our types of stores. Here I will be using some if function. So the range I will take it from here. So this will be the range. I will freeze completely this area. Then criteria, I will put it from here. I will freeze the column, and summing range will be pulled from here. Oops. And summing range will be pulled from here. Here I will freeze the lines. Now let's press enter. Then extrapolating this formula to the right. So now we have, so for example, if we go to the January 2024, so these are manufacturing costs 309504, and here the same revenue but allocated by different types of stores. Okay, so this group of lines will go to the cash flow statement. We are coloring it with red. Now we are moving, let's go up. Now we need to move to fixed costs. So let's go up. Investment stage, we don't need this table be open at the moment. So let's go to the core. So this will be the columns for fixed costs. This will be payroll, fixed costs and payroll. Fixed costs, I will be using VLOOKUPs. I will be searching for this value in, so fixed cost in this table. I will need the second column and exact match. I will freeze this table. If error, I will put here a 0. So these are fixed costs. So for example, if we go, let's go up here, fixed cost, let's increase on 10%, 10%, then 20%, 30, 30%, for example 50%, 60%, and 70%, just for example. So we can go to the core, we can see different values assigned specifically for different types of stores. Then I will do the same story with payroll. So I will go here, displace, drag this formula here, then I will press enter. By the way, I need to add this on-off coefficient. Then payroll the same, adding this coefficient. So the same story, let's do 110, 120, 120, 130, 140, 150, 150, 160. Let's go back. We can see the values here are changing. So this will be the payroll, fixed costs. What else do we need? Okay, let's finish, then we will move to the investment plan. So investment, so let's create operating activity crop. So we will need this table for these costs. Manufacturing cost, step 1, we don't need this table. Step 2, we don't need. We can just, what we can do, we can take these two tables let's copy them. So this will be fixed costs, step 1. Fixed cost, step 1. Here I will place types of stores. So what I will do now, I will just go to this table, operating activity cropped, take this value and multiply it. Then I'm going to the core. Here I have this value, adding it and freezing the column. So now I'm extrapolating this formula to the bottom, then to the right. So these are fixed costs. Now they are in timeline. Then fixed costs, step 2. So here I will be putting 6 types of stores. Then I will be dragging these formulas here. This will be the range. This will be the summing range. And the criteria will be it's okay, it's already here. 771. So for criteria we are good. Now let's extrapolate it. Now let's check the totals, for example. So here the total is 2121. No, just a second. $978. $978, that's fine. Now we are moving from fixed costs to payroll. Let's copy this group of tables. So this will be payroll. Payroll step 1. So what we will do now, we will take payroll operating activity, multiply it so what I'm doing now, I'm just taking activity cropped and multiplying. I'm going to for payroll, then adding $sign to freeze the column. Now let's extrapolate it to the bottom. And to the right. Now let's adjust the formula here. So I will be displacing this here, and this I will be displacing here. Now let's press enter. So let's quickly check. 1056. 1056, that's fine. So what is left? So store life cycle we already took into account. We have investment plan, and we need an asset tax. So let's finish with asset tax first. Asset tax, let's go up. Let's go up. I will copy this formula from here, put it here. I will drag this formula, this area, this tape to asset tax. Now let's extrapolate it. So for example, so this will be 3. Here will be, for example, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Now let's see what's happening here. We have a changing values. Now we need to put these values inside the timeline. So I will copy this table. So this will be payroll step 2. Okay, now let's copy this table. So this will be asset tag step 1. And asset tag step 2. So first of all, I will take operating activity cropped multiplied on the value now let's extrapolate it. Now let's consolidate the asset tags by store type. So this is the asset tags, and now let's move to the investment plan. So let's close this. Close. So investment plan, let's add a line here for counting the rows. 1. I will need that for the lookups. So these are rows numbers. Then what we are doing next, we are going to the core, so here we are counting investment plan months. So I will use VLOOKUP. So I will be searching for this value, the table where I will be searching will be this one, So I will need the second column, this number of column, and exact match exact match if error I will put 0, and I will add here a global coefficient. Let's press enter. So now let's extrapolate this story to the right and to the bottom. So these are our investment plans for all the chain. Let's look how it works. So for example, to do this one plus 2000. So here we can see how the values are growing. Okay, then for example here So now if we go back to the core, we will be able to see how the investment plan items, its costs, are growing depending on what type of store we're going to open. And now we need to put these costs inside the timeline. So let's go to the bottom. I will create a table here. So this will be investment plan step 1, and investment plan step 2, so here, and by the way, just a second, let's asset tax we are closing, asset tax we are closing, So all coefficients are
added. Okay. And now we have a wonderful table: investment stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the table where we are counting months of the investment stage. So we will be assigning the investment plan cost to these specific months. So if, let's go up, so if this value equals to 1, we will put here this value. We are freezing the column. Then if 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we are closing this formula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X, Y, Z, double A, then AB and AC. So we've covered all of them. Now let's press enter. So now I'm extrapolating this formula to the bottom and to the right. So now we can see all the investment plans inside the timeline for our chain. Now let's consolidate it by type. Now let's press enter, extrapolate this formula to the bottom and to the right. So let's quickly check. January 24, 1, 2, 5, 3. One, 2, 5, 3. We're good. Let's close this table. So now we can, so we've allocated, now we are done with the revenues, with manufacturing costs, with fixed costs in timeline, with payroll, with asset tax, with investment plans, and now we can build, we will move to loan. Next video will be devoted to loan modeling, and then we will move to the cash flow statement. So we were modeling this story for quite a long time, but what we are fighting for, we can quickly, for example, exclude store type 4, for example, from calculations. So we can see
zeros here, we can see zeros here, we can see zeros here, we can see zeros here. So everything is, we can play with scenarios very easily and very fast. We can create a lot of scenarios very quickly. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I completely finish this video, I will place all the links in the description of this video as well. So thank you guys for watching. See you next videos. Thank you and bye.